back at it again, Big Peck.
Yeah, shout out to Rebel, baby.
Man,
Show Life
part
TV.
2, baby. Part 2.
Exciting.
Man. Let's get right into it, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man.
You ready for them? You ready for them Chiefs on Sunday?
Oof.
You ready? Look at him.
Man.
Yes, sir. Congratulations on you and your team, man.
Yeah, man. They're rocking right now. They're putting in work.
Well, let's get right into it, man. We love our streets, man.
Uh-oh.
That's the video right there, man. I checked that out, and it was very entertaining. Where did you find that actual itch to get that song? Where did you find that, you know, that motive? Where did it come from?
You know, I mean, we started with a beat. You know, we got a beat. I remember Jazz calling me up at 3 in the morning. He's got the hook, you know, and now it's time to write, you know, and it's just a matter of what you want to write about. Do you want to write about, you know, bullshit, or you want to write about your neighborhood or your life, or, you know, I'm one of them life guys. Like, I go right into the, you know, if you watch the video, it's all about I love my streets and, you know, try to treat each other better type shit, and I have no idea where it even came from. I mean, that's part of making music, is the excitement of, you know, what it looks like when it's done. You know, what it looks like. And I mean, I've made some crappy music. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure we all have.
100%.
You know,
100%.
but I've made some shit that I love. Like, it come right from my heart. You know what I mean? And I mean, some of this stuff, I'm looking back on it going, where'd that verse come from? You know what I mean? Where did I Love Our Streets come from? Like, you know, 2 in the morning, I'm sitting here writing a hook, you know, just woke up out of a dead sleep, you know, this is Salt Lake City and we love our streets. And I mean, all I could think of is, you know, for one, I live in Salt Lake, which, I mean, lots of people, I remember my first time going to Cali, they didn't know what Salt Lake was. Where the fuck you from? You know, that was 23 years ago, man. People didn't, you know, we're Salt Lake, you know, we're a city of Mormons. Like, I come up with that hook. I wrote the first verse. One of Steven's friends, you know, came in. We were recording it in the kitchen, just going over it a little bit, you know, and he wanted to get on it. You know what I mean? I didn't mind him getting on. I didn't even know if he could rap, but you know, he was from Bosnia, and he's one of our good friends. And you know, shout out to Denny. He's Stone 703, man. He put that shit down. You know, that verse he put down is pretty sick on there for a white boy from Bosnia.
Oh yeah,
you know
shout him out
I mean?
big time, man.
Shout out to Bosnia.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, then it was just like, you know, people come and go. I met a lot of people, and this one kid came in, and he happened to have a camera, and you know, why don't we shoot a video?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Big A was in the mix. You know, he had a lot of connections, and you know, so we decided that we were gonna, you know, take the van. We were gonna get a flyer out, get everybody we could in the mix, and you know, cook some food and get everybody partying, man.
Exactly,
you know,
yeah,
I mean, the whole story was just out of control, dog. Like, you know, I'm literally, when I hear that song or I rap that song in my head, you know, sometimes I'm surprised that I came up with that. Like, it's really, that's the part of writing and actually, you know, performing and performing it, dude. Like, the first time I ever had to perform it, oh, you guys, you gotta hear this shit. Like,
where was it at? Was it out here?
Let me tell you what, man, it was in front of the gangsters. I mean, you know, most of my shows were at the hood bars, and you know, I'm looking down and I'm seeing all these black guys, and I'm thinking to myself, they're up here, they see this white fat guy. You know, and now I'm feeling this pressure, like, you know, God, I hope they like it. Like, you know, and I remember my first show, I come off the stage, and this old pimp, man, I'm telling you, this dude was fucking decked out, you guys. From head to toe, he had the feather hat, the fucking suit, the cane. This brother was, and he embraced me. Like, I come straight off the stage when I'm done on the stage. I come right off the stage into the crowd, you know what I mean? And this brother's like, yeah. He's like, I did not expect that to come out of your mouth. You know, and I was like, wow. That was like,
yes,
wow. You know what I mean? Because I'm my hardest, you know, like, I'm hard on myself. I'm not no great rapper. You know what I mean? I do it for the love of it, for the excitement of how it's going to turn out, like we were
100%.
talking about.
Yes,
you know what I
sir,
mean? Like
100%.
I couldn't believe that came out of my mouth. Some of that shit, like yeah. And then I had to go to the mayor, shut the road down.
And so how did, dealing with all of that in this time, like you saying, they looking at you, the brothers looking at you from the crowd, you thinking to yourself like, damn, man, I hope I come off right.
That's right, man. You're so nervous, you know.
That adrenaline, like, how did you, after that show, how did you overcome that period doing music for even brothers outside of, Salt Lake City? Because I'm pretty sure some people heard your music outside of Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah, they've heard it all over.
You know what I mean? So
they judge it. You know how people are. They judge
course,
that
100%.
shit. You know what I mean? But that's what we like. We love the feedback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just incredible, man. You feel incredible. And I mean, I'm if you look at the video, all my neighbors got into it. They were all stoked. I lived there for years. Never talked to any of those neighbors. It brought us all together.
I know.
It brought us together.
I seen
like
a few
it was
brothers
weird.
in there. Yeah,
bro, if you look at the end of that video, there's a 96-year-old lady, and she's like, "This is Salt Lake City, and I love our streets." You can't hear her say it, but you watch her say that. Like 96 years old. Like my neighbor comes over, and she's like, "What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?" And it's like I gave everybody a flyer that I was going to shut the road down. We were going to be really loud. And that's exactly what happened, and now these neighbors are coming out. They're in the video. This old lady, she's like, "I'm going to go get my mom." I'm like, "What are you, lady? 70? How old's your mom?" She's like, "She's 96. I'm like, "Damn, I got this 96-year-old lady in my video." It was, let me tell you what, there was a part where I was so emotional over just that. You just forget about everything else, you know what I mean? This old lady, that was... God rest her soul. That was a highlight of her life. At 96 years old, she was in a rap video, dude. Can you believe that?
I know she was excited.
And I don't care where you're from. Salt Lake City streets, love our streets. That's a good video. It's a good song, man. We like that song. So yeah, man.
That's
funny. You did your homework. You looked that song up.
I watched that video at least a few times.
I'm a little heavier in that video. Let me suck it in a little bit. Sit back from the camera.
He said, "Man, I really did enjoy it though, because it really brought me back to when I was young. What I mean? I'm like, shoot, if I would have seen that, my neighbor having the video.
Oh yeah, you're right out there in the street.
Outside.
That's correct.
What I mean? And it was all love, brother. It was all love.
Man, they love it. I've shown it to many people in this city, and they, there's a lot of people I work for. They don't take to rap music. You know what I mean?
100%.
And then they hear that I'm a rapper, and they're like, "What?" I could just imagine what this. Do you want to hear it? Oh no, we don't want to hear it. Like, they don't think that. They just, I don't know, I let people hear it and they're like, "Yeah, that's pretty good, man."
Yeah, so let's get into the next song that I ran across.
Uh-oh.
Monster Track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, let's get into that,
forgot about that shit,
It's a 21-minute song.
Yeah, dude.
Can you tell me anything of your best of your knowledge of that song, of that track? That's a beastie track. And I'm pretty sure a majority of those people is from the 801, Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah, every one of them. So, every one of them. And it's not just Salt Lake. Like
wow.
these brothers were coming from, mind you, they're all Utah rappers.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they're just not stationed right in Salt Lake. These brothers these people were
Ogden?
coming from everywhere. Yes, Ogden, Provo, Springville. I mean, there's people from Price, Utah.
Wow.
In there.
Shout them out,
you know Price. What I mean? I'm telling you, shout out to that song, dude. That was like a record. Like Big A, we sat and talked about that shit before Big A even did it. He come up to me and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a monster track."
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is a monster track, dog? Like, it wasn't until Big A did one of my first songs in the closet. Like, he had this gold shop in this little old house off of 21st South, and the only studio we really had was a closet. Like he had it all set up. He did all the mixing himself, and the microphone was in the closet. You go in the closet, you shut the fucking door. You make the song. You know what I mean? And we moved over to State Street, and this motherfucker had put in a booth, like a fucking bar. Like we had it going on. Dude come in and graffiti the whole fucking warehouse. Tupac, Biggie, fucking you name it, some of the greatest. KRS-One, like there was fucking murals of these guys all over this fucking warehouse. The LTA studio was a bitchin' fucking place, you know.
And the LTA.
Yeah, so you know we Big A was like, I'm doing a monster track. You want on it? And I'm like, what's a monster track? And I can't even tell you how many rappers are on that damn song, but it's a lot.
It was a lot.
What did you say? 22 minutes?
It was about 22 minutes.
Damn,
yes.
Man.
And it was long.
I'm
not going to lie to you. I have not finished the song.
You know, Big A. You know, I shout out to Big A.
Shout out Big A, man.
Shout out to Crazy Dave. They were all LTA. You know, I think Lamb was in there. You know, shout out to Lamb.
Oh, yeah, shout out Lamb.
You know, they just came up with the Lake Town affiliates. You know, I don't really know their backstory to it, but you know, his whole purpose was just to let everybody do their thing.
To get it in.
You know what I mean? We had guys coming in that, this guy can't rap. Boy, he could rap when he left. Like he was in there for 20 minutes and, you know, now he's got it down and Big A's telling him, you know, look, do it like this, man.
Right.
Do it like this. Go back in there. Ooh. You know, he'd go back in the booth and do his little thing. But, you know, we had R&B singers too, like some really good R&B singers, you know. That, you know, shout out to Mello, God rest his soul. You know, he can hear me.
Rest in peace.
You know what I mean? He was, you know, we miss him. You know, he did a lot of the background vocals for a lot of Big A songs. You know, man, you know, the LTA, Lake Town affiliates, I don't even know what to say. Sometimes I get really emotional over it.
100%. You
know what I mean? Because, you know, that was some guidance. You know, we were talking about guidance in the last video. You know, the last interview we were talking about, you know, rappers looking out for each other.
Yeah.
And that's where Big A come in. You know, Big A would let anybody come in there. You know,
100%, be the top dog.
You know, and you can come in there. You think you can rap? Do it. Let's see it. Yeah. Let's hear it. You know what I mean? He's got the mixing board, everything. He's got, you know, some of the best guys in Salt Lake City fucking mixing his shit for him. You know, Rock Solid. Fucking shout out to Rock Solid.
Shout out Rock Solid.
You know, that motherfucker was making some great fucking music for the LTA. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of them that just fell off and went to drugs, and you know, their music's still there.
Right.
The music's still good.
100%.
I mean, you know, you doing your homework and whatnot, you know, you'll start hearing some Big A.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. That's why I'm like, man.
Yep, you know, Big Sinister.
Where they
Mr.
at?
Sinister.
Where they at?
Yeah, where they at? You heard that shit, huh?
Yeah.
This motherfucker been doing his homework, dog. Where they at, man? Straight up, doggy.
We gonna get into them later.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Shout out to all them guys.
I gotta do some more studies, 100%. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. This is, you know, this is what this is all about. You know,
yes.
We're here to let people know, you know, say from my point of view, yes. You know, what I experienced, what I went through, you know, all those years back then, and you know, like you said, the video, you know, the one video the kid talks about, you know, that got taken down because it wasn't, I guess, you know, appropriate. Right. Which is cool with me. You know, I don't need you thinking I'm something I'm not.
100%.
You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to my music. We all care about that when it comes to our music.
Like you said.
Hence the reason Big A took it down. You know what I mean? We don't need no negative, nothing from anything. Anybody. You know, and it was a negative song. I mean, come on, man. I wrote it because I was pissed off at some stupid-ass crackhead. You know, I wasted a whole damn beat and a song on this guy.
And it is what it is. Shit, we past that now.
We are past that, you know. Nobody will ever hear, this is it no more, you know what I mean? Because it's gone.
It's gone. It's no longer gone.
That's okay? Right. We moved on to positive things.
So you're on to bigger and better things. Shout out Big A, man.
Straight up Big A.
Man,
I know you're going to see this, eh?
You know, he doing
Hit me up,
things
doggy.
for sure.
I need you.
So.
Straight up, man.
Everything about it, man. Like your passion for music. When was the last time you wrote a lyric?
It's been about 4 months.
Was that right?
Yeah, I got it right
That's
there.
good. That's good. I mean, you're not daily consistent, but you're around.
Yeah,
You're around. You're near.
Depression's a real thing, brother.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it comes from all kinds of things. You know, when there was no more LTA, and then they tore our bar down. You know what I mean? We had that specific bar, that was us. We'd go there, we'd do shows. People would come from all around to see us. You know what I mean? And people would come from other states to do shows there with us. You know what I mean? And
Powerful.
we did. You probably don't know about this. We'll talk a little bit about Worlds Collide.
Whoa.
So we came up with Worlds Collide. Like I said, we talked about the Juggalos last time. Worlds Collide was. We did a couple rappers. We did a couple punk bands. And we did a couple thrash metal bands.
Okay.
And we intertwined.
Okay.
One of the rappers would start the show off, or one of the heavy metalists would start the show off, and they'd do their set, and then the rapper would go up, and Worlds Collide.
Yes.
We would collide with them.
Worlds collide together. Yes.
And then we did Worlds Collide 2
Ooh.
at the Murray Theater. Let me tell you what it's like having your name in lights. When you look up on that neon sign on State Street and you see tonight, Worlds Collide 2, Big Peck. I'll tell you what, bro, it was emotional for me. Like, I've been in this city for a long time. I've seen many people's names up on that Murray Theater, and I just stood there and we took a picture. Because that's how emotional I was about it. I took a picture of that, my name up in neon lights. It was pretty sweet, man.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
But, for some no names, you know what I mean?
Bro,
for
that's not no names.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
Out here in Salt Lake, they was riding to it. It doesn't matter.
They were, dog.
Don't get me wrong. Like you said, you probably do have a couple people outside of the state that listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
But right then and there, y'all was making it for y'all to enjoy here for right then and there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
do.
that's where it was all about. That's when when it was about. So
Wild Worlds Collide 1 was 21 and older.
See?
And so when we did Worlds Collide 2, we decided that we were going to do it at the Murray Theater so that every age could come and see us jam.
100%.
And there was so many people there, it was amazing. One of the biggest stages I've played on.
And I know that was a blessing feeling, man. I know the fans loved it.
It was incredible, man.
I
Everybody
know the kids
cheered.
loved it.
Lots of family, lots of friends,
see?
everybody cheering. It's
Hey.
emotional. It really is.
Man, I can't understand.
And that's why we do it, brother.
And I can't understand how these guys can't collide these days. There's so much tension out here in these rap scenes and and music scene. Period. Because
all I hear is Bravo in my head. Do you know what I hear him saying?
What'd he say?
It ain't gotta be like that.
That's right.
It ain't gotta be like that.
That's
You
right.
guys are making a choice for it to be like that. You know what I mean? It's one thing to support these mainstream artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's another thing to support these underground guys that are out there and like I was saying, you corrected me on the verbiage there, that it doesn't suck. I could be as hard on myself as I want, to some guy that's in the city down here that hears it for the first time probably loves it more than I do.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I judge myself a little too much when it comes to that, but it helps for these people to express themselves.
Exactly.
Through social media now, through whatever it is, you look at these underground artists, show them some love.
Exactly. Show
They
life
need
TV,
it.
showing love,
Show
baby.
life, baby, yeah.
We out here.
I want everybody, everybody I know to see this. I want them to know, I want them to hear what we're talking about. I want them to feel it like me and you feel it. You know what I mean?
100%, man. We have to feel it to our core, man. A lot of times people, they bypass it. You know what? A lot of times our elders would say, or they go in one ear and out the other.
Well, I wrote a poem about it years ago, about the state I live in. Because I live around, a bunch of religion. And, these people don't look at you the same. When you're on the ground, they walk over you.
And that's
they don't help you in any sense at all.
And that's a whole nother topic right
yeah,
there.
it sure is, brother.
That's,
We could go on and on about that, you know, but
you know, we're gonna keep it into the rap scene, man, and the music for sure. And I just want to let you know we see y'all out here. For sure,
yeah, that's good.
You know, the LTA is not forgotten.
That's it, man. You know, it's just being heard, being seen.
A lot of people out there understand that there has to be some type of foundation. And I'm not saying that you guys started anything.
Yeah.
But you guys were a part of it.
Yes, we
100%.
Yes, we were.
So I just want to give you guys your flowers for that, 100%.
Straight up.
Thank you for, you know, taking the time to sit down with me and, you know, expressing your, you know.
Oh, there's more to come.
You know, you're all.
There's more to come, Rebel. We are not done by any means, brother.
You know.
Yo, it's Big Peck, Show Life TV. Shout out to Cali Bravo, the Rebel,